Are you one of the people that before you get on, you have looked at all the things that are available and you've kind of made your itinerary and checked into everything that you're going to do? Or are you, when you get on the cruise ship, that you then grab all the daily itineraries and you plan out your day in where you're going to be and what you're looking at and the fun that you're going to have? Hey guys, it is Mel from Mel Rain 100% You, just doing a little weekly check-in to see what's going on collectively for people this week. We're in the first week of May. I saw quite a few clients this week online, and there's an analogy that has come up, which I think is really clever to give you an insight of what has been going on for a lot of people. So think of life like a cruise ship. So you've got your tickets and you're about to get on your cruise ship. Are you one of the people that before you get on, you have looked at all the things that are available and you've kind of made your itinerary and checked into everything that you're going to do? Or are you, when you get on the cruise ship, that you then grab all the daily itineraries and you plan out your day in where you're going to be and what you're looking at and the fun that you're going to have? So many of us are doing life like a cruise ship. So you imagine that the cruise ship is a representative of us coming to Earth to live our life. But we are currently so conscious of making sure that we are ticking the boxes and doing the right things and following the plan of life and education and families and all the things that we're meant to do or supposed to do to bring us happiness, that we've picked up this itinerary and we've ticked off everything. We've made the plan. But in that, there's no room for being led by what feels right for us or by letting things drop in or be surprised. So it's like, I often say to my higher self on days where I really don't have the feel, surprise me today, what direction I'm going in or what's going to happen or who I'm going to meet or what's going to happen. So if we took that cruise ship analogy and I said, I want you to imagine that you're going on a cruise ship for, 2 weeks, but you can't plan anything. You have to get on and the boat is enormous, but the only way that you're meant to find your way and what you're going to do during the day is to feel, do I go left? Do I go right? What feels right? What's here? What gives me a buzz? It's like, where do I hear the noise that pulls me into that direction? And remember that cruise ship is so many layers and so wide. We go into it thinking that we're going to get it wrong or that we're going to miss out on something. That FOMO means that we multi-plan things, but we stop listening. And it's the not listening that has been the biggest thing this week. And there's the next bit, I'm going to talk about that in a sec. But imagine being able to just arrive in life with zero plan and follow what feels right and trust that we know that we're not going to miss out on anything. We're not going to get it wrong. We're just going to let it unfold and go with the flow. That's the difference, because we're so over planning that we're missing what life is trying to direct us in. And so then we're getting stuck and we're getting anxious or overwhelmed, or we're trying to do too much to try and get the answer that we need. And we're not sitting in that space. So that's the first thing that came up. And that was the analogy that I used a couple of times. I really like it. The second part that goes so much in hand with this is about learning how we listen to what is where we're going to go and what feels right for us. Because when I say that pull, we often don't feel it or we instantly dismiss it. So the way we've been taught to check in, so we're moving into the check-in, and I've been talking a lot about that lately, but it's an essential part of us being able to come back to knowing ourselves and knowing what we need. It's almost like, to do a real check-in, we have to draw the curtain down into our life, our bubble, our space, our box, our square, our whatever analogy you want to give that, but we have to make the rest of the world disappear. Because when we do the check-in at the moment, we do it with a I should, or it's, I'm fine. It's, it's not their fault. This is just the way it is. Or, they've got some stuff going on. So this is why this is happening. So our check-in is actually not the truth. The check-in is the program. It's what we've been led to limit ourselves from hearing so we don't upset people, so we don't, be a burden, so we're not annoying, so we don't really have needs. So our check-in is, well, it's like a lie to what our soul is trying to tell us. And so by drawing that curtain to move this check-in into not what our head tells us, this is what I've been explaining to people. It's like try and get our check-in out of our head of the shoulds and the I'm fine and that it's okay into the facts and the truth. And the truth comes from how I feel. And so that's not how I feel, it's how I feel. Do I lean in? Do I pull away? Do I feel uncomfortable? Does my body want to run? Do I feel like I'm going to vomit? Am I avoiding it? Am I just trying to go to sleep so I don't have to face it? Like, what's my feeling? And so when we do that check in about how do I feel going to work, going to school, how do I feel, going to see this person, how do I feel if I still wake up, in the same position that I'm in, or the same relationship, or the same everything, what's going on for me? And so by learning how to check in, by making us disappear, we get to feel the truth. And this is how we then start to become able to listen to all of us. From here, and that's the next bit that we work on, of course, is once we can feel the truth, we can come back to being all of us. Then we move into how do we make empowered choices from that? And so obviously that's, stuff that we work on, but at the moment it's getting the check-in right, because the check-in that we're doing is a dismissed check-in where we don't actually want to upset or be a burden to anyone else. So we're checking in and we lie to ourselves, and you'll know it because you get the feeling that, oh, this doesn't feel right, but you dismiss it, like you override that feeling. Something else comes into your head and you decide that this isn't real, this is real, like let me not be annoying, or let this be the space. And so this week is really setting up the depth of how we don't listen to ourselves, and then reframing what that really, really looks like. So this has kind of been what's going on, which is great because people are wanting more. It's like, I know that something's not right, but I don't know how to find the answer. So this is what has been coming up collectively for lots and lots of people. Again, it's what we're doing in the retreat is absolutely this. It's the awareness first, awareness that what is the truth of what's going on, to be able to do the real check-in, not just the fake outside, check-in, but the real truth of what's going on. So there's the opportunity for that real learning in that space that's coming up for people with their retreat. There's also workshops that can take you through that. And there's a new program that I'm putting together that is really a deep dive into that strength and self-awareness of being able to do that. So these are some things that I'm working on. Very excited about it. If you are interested, give me a shout out and let me know, because I can give you some more information about that. So that's kind of this week. Make sure that you take this space to step out, to really check in with you of what's going on. And then, the question after you check it is, what do I need right now? And give yourself space to answer that, because it's really important that you can be there for yourself. So that's my little update for this week. I'm sending love to everyone, and I will speak to you all next week.